We fucked up.
I fucked up, man. I fucked up. I apologize. We've been giving so many winners out recently, but we should have had another one. What the fuck, man? We've been betting fucking Grillo for fucking days.
I know. And we said, like, the last Texas event, and be like, oh, this is a really good event for him to win. Like, not that low scoring, all this other shit. And then we did the same thing comes here. We didn't do it.
And it was like steamed down to 50. He was fucking 90.
I know. It was a big mistake. I was looking through my
Huge
DMs.
mistake. Huge mistake. We fucked up.
Looking through my DMs, and I said to somebody like, "Do you want to add this person, that person, this person?" I was like, "If I add anybody, it's going to be Grillo."
And then we added fucking Cam Champ and Mike Kim. Mike Kim, who did backdoor T6, but still.
Yeah. That was good actually on Mike Kim. But with all that money, it's like we shouldn't have worried about being a little bit overexposed with a guy 80-90 to 1. It's just, we shouldn't have.
You know what it was? There was 2 tournaments that we bet.
Yeah. That's part.
There's just extra money. Betting 2 tournaments sucks.
Yeah, I agree. That definitely is part of it. Definitely part of it. And I think part of it too is, and I don't want to make an excuse here, but a lot of content and shit during the PGA. I feel like I was just like, I wanted to set it and forget it and kind of watch the money come in and not just go nuts and going back and forth over who to bet every single day until Thursday. Like I was just kind of burnt out a little bit.
Yeah, and betting to only win 10K doesn't really get the juices flying after you win 60 the week before.
Yeah, just there's a lot of factors. And at the end of the day, it sucks, but I don't know. We're usually pretty good at bouncing back after that. It is what it is. Like, and a part of what I'm thinking too is the reason why. Yeah, we should have bet him. Yeah, if you text me and said we got to bet Grillo, man, I 100% would have. And I was kind of waiting for that text all week.
I know it usually comes from me too.
It does.
When I just hang out, don't know. I make a couple initial bets on Monday, and then I'll like message you Wednesday with like, "Hey, we gotta bet this guy."
That's and never came. It's always a guy too that we've always bet. Like, dude, we can't miss it. It is what it is. Just bet it. I really thought that was coming, but it didn't. And it is what it is, though. I mean, you got to bounce back. And the biggest problem too is I think we put too much faith in Spieth in this course history, even though he was, I don't know, having issues. Not that was predictable what he did, how bad he was, and Morikawa too. I just think put a lot of eggs in those baskets, and it made me not really want to look deeper.
Dude, if Spieth could have just made the cut, he could have easily won.
I know.
It's crazy how that leaderboard, they just fall back.
That was insane. I never thought the winner was going to be at 9 under, 8 under.
Right, what, Hall was like 12 after 2 rounds?
Yeah.
And Scheffler's fucking ball striking is bananas. Holy hell.
He just like his floor is so high.
Yeah.
The worst he can possibly come in is 10th.
I know. It's crazy. It's kind of like he's this season he's kind of having like one of those Rahm seasons.
Yeah.
Not like Rahm this season, but like like Rahm like last year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago when he'd always finish 10th, but he'd only have like 1 or 2 wins.
Right.
And I know Scotty's won a couple things, but it's just like 10th every week.
Yes. Seriously. Just before I forget, looking at my preview for the Memorial, I was reading when I wrote this last year, Rahm, Morikawa, and Cantlay, they finished first, or Rahm would have finished tied first, and Morikawa and Cantlay tied second. They were all in the top 5 of the model last year. The year they won. I didn't see what happened last year, but just thought that was kind of cool.
So my top 5 in this year's model, I don't know what yours are, but I got Scotty, X, Decky, Hatton, Rahm.
Scotty X, yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Let's see what I have. I have Scotty X. I want to say Hatton's definitely in it. I have right here. Cantlay, Rahm, Scheffler, Vic, Xander, Lowry, Hatton.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, last week it is what it is. I mean, I think a lot of people, some people messaged me and said that they,
Yeah, I think
bet
some
it.
people were on him, right?
Yeah, they said like you guys said you were going to bet him, and it seemed like you were going to, so I just bet it, and then just
Oh, we're fucking idiots.
um,
Oh, that would have been a great hit too. Fucking Grillo been fucking chasing that one forever.
yeah, I do. It we missed it. It's never coming back. We're never getting the Gorilla one out. I mean,
Never. Grillo's not gonna win again.
no. So the one that we're chasing was there waiting for us, but we didn't get it, and now we lose. We lose. There's no more chasing it. I'm never betting him again. It's over.
I know. And then Liv. I mean, we couldn't bet Varner, but I mean, I think we both had a feeling he was gonna be there. But like that number was just absolutely disgusting on Harold Varner.
You did tell me you thought he could win, and I said I'm not betting him at 22. You agreed, but you did say you thought he could win, and he's playing well. It made sense that he would win, but still at 22, I'm not going to sweat over missing it.
Yeah, he played great at the PGA. It's kind of the area where he lives in. Did you see his wife?
No,
Hot blonde.
really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
pretty
That
good.
was one of the few things I was in AAU gyms all weekend. That was one of the few things I saw at the end was his wife coming onto the green.
I didn't see any of it really. I didn't really watch much of either event. Again, like I said, I was really burnt out. I did a million friggin' things on PGA week, and I just needed to check out for a week.
Yes, majors take so much out of you. It's nuts.
Yeah. So I needed to check out. Once Morikawa and Spieth sucked, I checked out. The only thing I did watch was I turned it on when Grillo was on like 15 because I just wanted to root against him. Not that I wanted to, I needed to.
Right.
I like Grillo. I couldn't allow it. So I wanted to will him to lose, but it was kind of wild, the ending. I mean, he gets a 2-shot lead on 18. He pulls driver, just hit. The funny thing too is like he did not take any time over the ball whatsoever. He just walked up to it and hit it, and it was way right. And I don't know. I thought it was lost. Looked like it fell into the forest, and then then all of a sudden it creaked to it showed the thing is just floating down a stream. He was just following it for so long. Made double, which
That's classic Grillo. The guy he always let you down, and then the guys that were chasing him just were not good players.
no, they weren't good at all. Anyone decent would have beat him, and he wasn't good in the playoff at all either.
He wasn't.
No, he takes 3 wood because he's scared what happened with the driver on 18. Like blocks it outright high, is falling in the trees again, but hits off the side of the hill, kicks back into the fairway. Second shot, like same thing, way right, but it takes a kick right off to where like the fringe meets the edge and kind of filters back in a little bit. And then on the par 3, the second play off the 16th, he's probably 6 inches from the bunker on the very right, probably 60 feet away from the hole, nowhere close.
Yeah.
Hits it right off the like edge of not the edge of the bunker, but right where the bunker is about to start. Kicks it right back left hard. It goes all the way past the hole for 4 feet away. Like it was not a good shot. He didn't want to win.
Shank just didn't do anything, put any pressure on him.
No, I mean he hit it way over the green on the par 3, and then he hit an incredible chip to get it to a tap in. Like he had to like jab at it low. And it was like one of the better chips I've seen. But Grillo's only 4 feet 10 inches.
Yeah. Shank, that's he's been in a couple of these.
Didn't we mention
Valspar?
Yeah, didn't we mention Valspar? That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Should have thought about that when it came to like low cheap DK guys or something.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Nothing we can do. We missed it. Not like we haven't been given winners. We fucked up.
Yeah, and we loved the play. We said we loved it, just we didn't have it. I don't feel bad like in terms of that. I just feel like just could have had even more money. That's about it.
Yeah, right.
But I guess I think God thinks I have enough right now, so I just wait one more week and then we can win again. But this golf betting game is crazy, man. Like we won so much money 2 weeks ago, and now I feel like, dude, I'm so not satisfied. I said this last week and it was kind of a joke. But now the joke's over. Like I truly am like, all right, dude, I need to win a little bit of money here. Like I could use a little money.
What are you up to nowadays?
Yeah, it's 20, I guess.
20 a pop?
20 a pop.
Oh, you're fucked.
Well,
Nice. Not like I'm far behind you though.
no. Major, you're ahead. You got all those parlays and shit in there from earlier.
Oh yeah, the parlays have been a game changer this year.
Yeah, so I'm looking to see if we can find some Cantlay parlays because that 18 is tough to swallow. And we've been talking about him as the guy we kind of like for the U.S. Open. Very early preliminary thoughts. Definitely nothing set yet, but just thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do at the U.S. Open. I'm really glad that we have a Brooks 40 because I really do. I actually think he can win a second one.
I don't really.
I know it's in California, which he's not typically good at, but I can just see him being around, and it's just another guy that we don't have to worry about.
No, I love that part. I like the ticket a lot. Dude, I think Bryson's winning.
Really?
I do. I really think so.
Oh yeah, I love it too.
I'm glad he didn't win last week.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. He kind of got into it.
Yeah, I turned it on for actually a minute. He got to 7 under, and the leaders were at 8. Then he made a quick bogey, and Barner still had the par 5 that Bryson just eagled to get to 7. So he went to 9, he went to 6, and then that was it.
Okay.
But I just love him there. I mean, I love the Hans design factor. I love the California, how good he's been there, and the California kid. The winged foot kind of design. You sent me something the other day about saying how the fairways are going to be really wide, which should favor him a lot.
Yeah. Has he been successful in California? I know he was the leader there at Torrey going into the back 9.
Yeah, that's right. And then has he been good at Riv too?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a look at it.
I want to say he has, but I mean, either way, I think I'm glad he didn't win because I think he's just kind of going to be peaking a little bit. And again, I mean, I said this before, but he's so fucking great for the game, and also he is gonna be a great player again. Like, yeah, she's 5th at Genesis in 2020, 15th in 2019, so he has a couple good finishes there.
Nice.
If you think he's never gonna be a good player again, then you're just a fucking moron.
I know.
So, all good stuff. I'm pumped for the
People
US
actually
Open.
think that?
Yes, I think. Well, people did. I don't know if they think it anymore. Like, oh, washed up guys suck. Like, yeah, the guy's 29, major winner, U.S. Amateur winner. He's gonna suck forever. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So Bryson's the man.
He is. All right, on to the Memorial. One of probably top 3 favorite events on the PGA Tour, I think.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Regular events, yep.
Yeah, regular events.
It's a good event, great event. I'm trying to think if we hit a couple of these or not.
We hit work day.
Yeah, that's right. And I hit the Memorial the next week with Rom. You didn't jump on it. You should have.
That's right. What was he? 20 then?
20.
Yeah.
But you had a big Rom bias then.
I did. Tied the turn though.
They have. All right. So it's a par 72, 7,571 yards, bent grass greens. This is a Jack Nicklaus design. It was built in 1974. It was redesigned again by Nicklaus in 2020 during that workday thing. It has long rough, really lightning fast greens, 120 guys in the field. Only guy skipping that I could see, maybe you could add to this, was Finau, Homa, and Rose.
There's no Fleetwood, right?
Oh yeah, no Fleetwood. That's right. Which is okay because I think he's going to win the Canadian.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Seems like perfect.
Although it's a new course, isn't it?
Yeah, new course.
Does it feel like the after the top 10, does it feel like the PGA falls off a cliff?
Yeah, it does. I mean, the depth is awful.
Yeah, like where is that? Like I was just scrolling down the odds board, and like after we got to like I don't know, Hatton. I just feel like it's just, or maybe Hideki, maybe top 15. I just feel like we're just lacking talent.
Yeah, that second tier, man, is it's just weak. This whole second tier went to Live. People say like Live's depth sucks, but the Caseys of the world, the Sergios, the Answer, Mito, Neiman, like that takes it's a ripple effect on the depth.
Yeah, definitely. So, I
Um,
mean, anyway, looking at the Memorial, since the redesign, um, so the fairways are wide, but if you get off the fairway, you're fucked.
yeah,
You know, the rough's long. Jack has made it penal. Around the greens are real tough. Sand. I'm factoring in sand saves this week because the bunkers are tough. But there is some cases can be made where you'd rather be in the sand than in the rough around the green,
hmm
because it's thick. But historically, this has been like a second shot golf course, but I feel like it's pretty much full tee to green golf course. Like you got to have your game. Like you got to be able to keep it in the fairway, and approach is obviously one of the biggest factors. And I just
long
feel like
irons for
this is
sure.
not, yeah, long irons. This is not a putting contest. Like the greens are pretty flat, most of them. Um, so I, I just feel like overall tee to green
So you think
is,
around the green is going to be important? Like,
I do.
okay,
Don't you?
I do, but like, do you think strokes gained around the green is the right
That one
metric?
always like that one always struggles because you're not always playing the same grass.
Yeah, same lie.
Yeah.
It just
So I
doesn't take that
factor it in a little bit, but like it's more of a feel, you know?
right. But you'd like to think at the end of the day, half. I mean, if roughly it's all going to even out, but
Right.
when so strokes gained Nicholas courses, I have a little bit of that here. Cantlay, Morikawa, Scheffler, Rahm, Henley, Horschel, Kirk, Lowry, Xander, JT. That's the top 10.
Okay. Horschel gained a shit ton here last year around the green, I think.
Yeah, he did. I think, let's see, who are the other winners? Like a lot of
Hideki's
guys.
won it. He's great around the green. JT was in that playoff. He's great around the green.
And then you get the
Uh,
players who are like Duffner, who just is so good with their irons.
remember Rahm at Memorial?
You're scrambling everything.
Remember that? He chipped it in. I think it was one of the par threes on the back.
Yeah, people said he was grounding his glove or
Yeah.
affecting
He
the
was
lie.
great. Man, the next year, the COVID year, he was just unstoppable at that tournament. Remember that?
Yeah,
It was fucked. Who else has won?
Bryson.
Bryson has won Cantlay, obviously twice, which really once, but he's played it here incredible. It's hard to not imagine Rom or Cantlay not being around there. Yeah, and Scheffler nowadays.
Yes, it's tough. And what about Rory?
What's his odds up to?
I think 14.
You think about it at 16? The only
I
problem
mean,
is his driving was fucking bad.
he's not playing well. That's the problem. It's not like
Yeah.
he's just struggling in these spots um because of pressure and all that shit. Like other than that, he's not playing good. And leading into it, which is kind of the biggest misconception of the whole thing, was leading up to it, he wasn't really playing good.
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know. But could I see this being a little bounce back spot? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't- I still think his game's where it needs to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either. And Rahm's so good, and he loves this place, even though he's been tailing off a little bit.
Has he? Yeah, I guess.
He didn't miss the cut of the
Sucks that
PGA.
he didn't miss it.
Oh
Finished
yeah,
50th.
should have missed it.
So Rom's thing should really read first, 10th here. No, first, withdraw 10th.
Yeah, first, 10th.
It's pretty good.
Cantley has 1.5 wins here. Should be one though.
Yeah, it should be one, a second, and a third.
But if you give him 2 first, you're a fucking communist.
Right.
1.5 is the most you can give.
Remember we were arguing with people about it?
Yeah. It saves lives. Rom can't play 18 holes by himself in a mask. Just go out there. He's saving lives. Fucking
Wow.
morons.
All right. Anything else on the course?
No, I mean, I think you covered it all. I think the long irons are really important. And even Billy, like, he isn't the best guy you'd think of when you're thinking of like stroke gained approach, but he does his long irons pretty well throughout his career.
Yes, he does. Along with other winners like Hideki. Obviously, Rahm's the best long iron player, I feel like, in the world right now.
Yeah.
And then Justin Thomas, good success. Fucking kids, man. Just fucking all over the place. All right, let's go. Let's get into the odds.
All right. We talked about the top 3, right?
We already did. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, but yeah, go for it.
Okay. Scotty 6, Rahm 750, and Cantlay's 10.
Scotty's 6
on DraftKings.
Jesus. Do you think he could win?
Yeah. Do you? I mean,
yeah.
If you don't, just go look at his stats on Fantasy National. Pretty fucked up shit.
And his finish is just like he could be playing horrible, and that means he's going to finish 7th.
Yeah. And he finished 3rd here in 2021. Didn't play last year.
Yeah, stats are fucked. Jeez. Off the tee, he just pounds.
Yeah, he's so good off the tee.
He lost 5 strokes putting last week and finished 3rd.
It's insane.
I hate this guy.
Oh, he's the worst.
His worst finish since October of 2022 is 12th.
Yeah, it's nuts. Nuts. We bet against him in the majors this year. With a guy who I don't even know if he gives a fuck anymore.
Probably not. But all I can do is win one.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, we're not gonna bet Scotty or Rahm. I mean, could you bet Cantlay?
Could. He'd have to win 3 in 5 years here.
Yeah, but one of them isn't really one.
But he still got the credit for it, so that's what I count as it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bet the top 4 actually, because Rory's the next guy at 12 on DraftKings, and I'm not gonna bet Rory because I don't think he's playing at a 12-1 as a 12-1 golfer at the current moment.
He's not, and I love Cantlay as a golfer, and I don't think I could ever bet him at 10-1 in any circumstance.
No. I'm struggling to bet him at 18-1 at the U.S. Open. I'm not ready. I'm not committed to that yet.
No. And there's a
place
place
to parlay him. What the Celtics? They gonna win tonight?
Yeah, they'll win. They'll win. 8 seems like a lot of points though for the Heat. I'll tell you that.
What about the money line? Money line with Cantlay U.S. Open? Is that give me anything?
25. I did it earlier.
I knew you had something fucking cooked up your sleeve.
I did a more elaborate one too. And the first piece of it, which was plus 120, hit.
Nice. There we go.
And it's Celtics money line, Cantlay, and something else that's like plus 185, and it's like 180-1. So we'll see.
Oh, nice. Like that.
But yeah, Celtics money line and Cantlay 25. I don't mind that. But for this week, I think I'd like to see Cantlay just finish third to 5th, and then pull the trigger on that U.S. Open if possible. But here's the thing: he finishes 3rd. We're losing that. It's probably 16 now at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got to do something with it in the next couple days. So,
and then if he misses the cut here, you don't really want him in the U.S. Open,
right?
I wouldn't. I'd be like, if you can't, I think it would be a red flag.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be like Spieth missing the cut last week.
Yeah, exactly. I saw Spieth open like 20-1. It's like, who in their right mind could bet this guy?
Yeah, this week, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, it jumped back up. It's 28 now, but like, I was like,
Should be
what the
50.
fuck? What the hell?
Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, top 4, I'm out. Could any of them win? Sure, I guess. But this is a place you do see, like, look at this. Look at these other winners here, real quick. Horschel, what was he, 80-1?
Mm-hmm.
Cantley in 2021 was probably what, 25?
Probably lower than that, to be honest with you.
20. Rahm was 20. Cantley in 2019 was probably up there.
Yeah, I think it was 30 to 40.
Yeah, Bryson, Duffner, McGirt. I just think this is like mid-tier stars can definitely be good here.
Yeah, because even though it's a designated event, I mean, it pretty much was a designated event prior.
Well, it's like we said. Remember, it reminds me like we said about Heritage. It was like there's still a profile of golfer that fits really well here.
Yeah.
And I think like the Deckies, those type of guys fit good here.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, who's after the first 4?
All right, you got X-Man at 14 and Little Prick Vic at 18. What did he finish last week?
He struggled on Sunday, finished like 25th or something.
Okay, because I saw his name at like the top like 10 going into Sunday, right?
Yeah, he was. Well, even on Sunday after the first couple of holes, I think he was like 3 back.
Wow. Okay.
And then he started to struggle.
All right, so those two, X and Hovland, I think both can win this. I don't know what you got.
I bet Hovland. I don't know, man. It can't be one of those things where it's like the Grillo thing all over again. This is one of the places we've always said for Vic, right? We have always said this is a really good spot for him. I think we bet him here last year. It wasn't great, but I just think he's a different guy now. Doesn't it feel like if we don't bet him and he wins, you look back and say, "Oh, it was so obvious." Like he contends at the PGA Championship, plays really well, looks much different in contention this time than he has ever before in the past. Just makes one bad shot, or even bad luck against Brooks and doesn't get it done. Then the following week plays Texas. We didn't like him there. We said it just takes so much mental energy to contend in a major, and he doesn't play great. Doesn't play bad either. He played all right, and then all of a sudden he bounces back and gets a win in a big event. I just think it's like his time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just worried around the green stuff, worried about the curse with your counterpart there. And I still worry about him doing dumb shit, despite him being in these majors, getting the reps in. And that's not going to change my mind that he's going to win multiple majors, in my opinion. But he still does dumb shit.
He does. But he's
at
been
20,
good around the green.
At 20, I know he's been good around the green, but has he been good around the green here?
But that doesn't matter. He's been good around the green here as it was a year ago, right? And isn't he better than that now?
I guess. Holy hell, he lost 6 around the green last year.
Yeah. Even this year at API, he lost 3.8. And he has really been good anywhere, actually. But
Workday,
besides the PGA Championship.
Unbelievable.
He was great at Workday. So at least we know he likes the course in that way, even though it was a different setup. It's still the same course. Just played a lot easier that time.
Bent. He's good on Bent, good on Poa.
Yeah, bad in Bermuda. He just
10.6 on approach at the PGA. Holy hell.
Do you agree we throw last week out, right? Who gives a fuck? He finished 16th.
Why? What do you mean by throw it out? You're acting like that's a bad finish.
No, it's good, but I mean like the stats.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off that deep in contention.
Off the tee, he's fine.
Dude, it's almost like what we said with Grillo, who was great the week before the PGA, and the P sucked to the PGA, bro. Like he was never going to do good. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I feel the same way with Victor last week.
Look at Wells Fargo. He lost 1.6. Then the next event, 10.6.
Yeah, like the last start that really mattered, he had that 10.6. Like his ball striking was incredible. And now there's no Brooks here now.
Right, but there could be a Rahm.
Or Scotty, or could be.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, good.
I guess.
If it takes one of those guys to beat him, though, then I'm fine with it.
Okay. I think I'm in.
Where
We'll
do you like him
discuss
better
the guys.
at this course or U.S. Open?
I don't know enough about LACC, but I
But
think he's live there.
he's certainly live. But I mean, anything you know about him, he hasn't been good in California, really, from what I
What do you mean?
remember.
You sure about that?
I'm not positive, but I just first thought, I don't think of him as a California guy.
He was fourth at the Genesis that one year. 22.
Okay.
There was another one too.
Torrey?
Fifth at the Genesis in 21. Second at Torrey to Reed, yeah. Second and fifth,
yeah.
back to back. Well, not back to back weeks, but that same year.
When Reed cheated.
Right.
Finger fucked the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong. But I just think, like, I know this is.
You know what?
I know this is a good course fit, even though he hasn't had the results.
Didn't it take him a couple years before he started putting results on API too?
Yeah, I think so.
What did he
And
do with he didn't play in the US Open at Torrey.
Oh, remember that was the weird one he didn't qualify for or something?
Was it? Well, there's another one. Pebble he plays well at.
Yep.
He fucking won the amateur event there and finished 12th at the US Open as an AM.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it might not be that hard.
LACC? I know. I think he's going to be like a Genesis, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure he could be great there. But my whole point was, but then you get the Brooks, you bring the live guys into play there too. My whole point is he's 22 at the U.S. Open, and he's 20. If he's 20 here, is it really that bad of a number?
Right. No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
I'll bet it.
All right.
Just want to discuss a few other guys here. Okay. We got 22, Morikawa, JT 25, Jason Day 25, Spieth 28. All the guys below 30.
Jason Day.
I didn't think he had any good finishes, but he has a couple top 10s.
Yeah, and they were like, while he sucked, weren't they?
Yeah, the only one that I could be talked into, but if I take Vic, I'm probably going to be out on him, is JT.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what he's doing this season, though.
It seems like we're just waiting for something to happen that
is not happening.
Is not happening.
Yeah.
And we keep thinking it's going to happen, but it just hasn't. So I don't know. We it's not like we are ignoring him at these good numbers. We've given it a try a couple times. Yep. So doesn't mean we just can do it every single week. So if we miss on it, then I just feel like it's not like we completely ignored it. It's just that we did it a couple times. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. I'm not going to keep banging my head against the wall.
Shouldn't he win the Memorial, though, at some point in his career?
Yeah, he should have won the Workday or almost won the Workday when we were on Colin.
I mean, Tiger Woods has won this 7 times. And I think he's like the closest guy, like equivalent game-wise as Tiger.
Yeah, skill set.
Top guys, you know?
Just irons around the green.
Right.
Yeah.
Get wayward with the drive. Tiger got wayward with the drive. The only problem is Tiger was a prolific putter, and JT just pretty much sucks at that.
Yeah. I mean, and Tiger just drove it 20 yards past everybody.
Yeah.
When he's missed it.
JT's got some sneaky length, though.
No, he does.
So that'd be the only guy. I mean, Colin stats are good, but I don't know. What do you make of that guy?
He's Colin until he wins again.
Been a while.
Yeah. What do I make about him? I don't know. I think his stats are really good. Gain putting, and you do all that shit, and you still come 26 at the Charles Schwab, and I don't know what the ceiling is with him. I don't think he can win right now.
At no point did he ever get above -1, right?
No.
That's so bizarre.
He should have been good there.
Yeah. I don't get it.
And his stats are good, but like we said, I mean, I've tried to force it in there a couple times recently, but those four on approach, like what we're learning right now, the evidence that we're seeing here, 4 strokes on approach is not enough for him to win.
Yep. It needs to be 9.
It needs to be 9, and
Or
it's
at
been
least
nowhere.
7.
It's been nowhere close to that. Besides the players, but those ones are always wonky with the wave advantages. So I don't know. Farmers was 6.7. That's as close as it was. He was third that week. But it really hasn't been that since a stretch back until he won the Open. Prior to the Open, 7.6, 7.7, 8.2, 6.8, 8.3. Still only won once in that frame. Before that, 8.5, 7.5. Then he won 9.6. Was that workday? Yes, it was workday. 9.6. So the numbers aren't the same, and that's the reason why he's not winning now, and he was before.
Yep. All right. Next range, you got Hatton 30, Cam Young 30, Sanjay 35, Dick Fowler 35, Fitzpatrick 35, and Hideki 35.
Like a lot of guys there, are you?
I'm definitely betting Hideki. I think 35 is a good number. If you get a 40, it's a great number. He ranked out third in my model. I mean, he finished 26th at the PGA, but like stat wise, he was great. And long irons, that's him. Around the green, that's him. He's 10th in last 24 rounds, par 5 scoring. There's really not much to not like about Hideki.
Yep. Let's see. Hideki. He numbers great, I think, just because he's the best. Like I said earlier, I feel like if you had to build a golfer for Murfield Village, it's Hideki.
Yeah.
Like solid off the tee, not spectacular, but good. Great long irons, great around the green. Prefers nice, pure bent grass greens. We saw him do that at Augusta. All those things, I just think he's the perfect golfer for this course, and that's why he won here, his first career win. And then since then, 5th, 13th, 6th, his most recent starts here, his most 7 recent starts. And the approach numbers, his last 3 starts, or the last 2 starts. The 2 starts he's had in May makes me feel like he's finally getting healthy again. 5.1 in approach at the Byron Nelson, then 4.1 at the PGA. 10.6 to the green at Oak Hill, which we talked about. That was 8th in the field. So I just think he's finally healthy, finally rounding to the form. I really like that he took last week off.
Oh, yeah.
After that great PGA. So just keep that good vibes rolling into this week.
Any love for him at the U.S. Open?
Yeah.
I feel like he's peaking right now.
He is.
And the results don't reflect it yet. And I think the results are going to come.
Yeah. So we want to get a little week early.
Yep.
He's built for majors.
I'm in. Did you find a 40 anywhere?
There's a 40 on. I personally haven't found one, but there's a 40 on Barstool and FanDuel. I saw.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to bet the 35 because I think that's all we're getting. But
let me see. I'll check now any updated odds here. He's 40 most places. He's 35 on DK, but after that, he's 40 on Caesars, FanDuel, Bet MGM, PointsBet. So, 40 pretty much everywhere.
Asians like this place. Didn't Benny win?
Benny won. And that's going to be my next guy, Hatton.
He's not Asian, man.
He is Asian, actually. His aunt cousin married an Asian guy. No, but so the big thing I was looking at earlier, and this might be an established thing already. I don't know, because I don't listen to other people's podcasts anymore or read anything or do anything because I don't give a fuck really what anyone else thinks. That's kind of what my thing this year. But so woke up this morning, had a little bit of time, nice Memorial day off. So I dug into some research and I just looked at a couple of courses that I thought would make sense. So like look at Billy. Last year, Billy won this. He also won Wentworth. So that's just where I started off. And I was like, all right, I'm looking at Wentworth and see what we got here. Again, I'm sure someone's made this link because it was literally the first place I went. But the leaderboard correlation between Wentworth and the Memorial is pretty strong. So last year you had Billy win both, and you just mentioned Benny on. He won at Wentworth, and He lost in a playoff at Memorial. So it's not like it's just like, oh, the best players every year are the ones who, yeah, of course, if they play both, they're both going to play well. Like Benion's a pretty random dude to have won and basically won
Who did he lose
at
to in the playoff? Cantlay or Bryson?
Bryson.
Oh, that was a great one. That was one of Bryson's first wins. I remember him
Yeah,
fucking fist pumping after he fucking drilled the putt too. Oh,
poor Benny. Then you had Molinari. He won Wentworth. He came third at Memorial. Billy won both. Rahm won Memorial, 2 seconds at Wentworth. Lowry won Wentworth. I'll talk about that in a minute. 6th at Memorial. Noren won Wentworth as a 13th at Memorial. Hovland has a 5th at Wentworth last year, so maybe that can come to fruition too. Rory has multiple top 10s at both places. Rose has multiple top 10s at both places, and he's won Memorial. So it seemed to me like, and I found out another one earlier actually, because I was talking to someone about it. But I guess Andres Romero has a top 1 Wentworth and has a top 5 at Memorial. So the fact that those random ass dudes like Benyon are doing that, it has to be something to it.
what about Morikawa? Doesn't he play Wentworth now all the time? Is he done well there?
Good question. I don't know.
You know who? Dude, was it last year or the year before? We bet Scott. We had Scott and Rose at Wentworth, and they were both in the mix going down the stretch.
Yep, they were.
Was that the year Billy won?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean,
Karadesh
Scott
hitting the
plays.
bush.
Yeah, Scott plays well there.
Yeah, Karadesh is basically Benyon too, right?
Yeah, exactly. A little
So
heavier.
any other heavy Asians, I mean, throw them on the card.
Okay, so you're saying bet Hatton? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah. So that brings to the point where Hatton did win this in 2020.
He won
And
Wentworth in 2020.
when Wentworth in 2020, he's only played this once, played Memorial once, finished 30th. But I mean, this year, dude, he's fucked this year. And I know
we haven't really bet him at all.
we haven't, and he's having like the best year of his career. He's has 10 starts this season. He's only missed 1 cut, and he's finished in the top 20 in 7 of the 10 starts. And then look at this, the elevated events. Okay, so waste management 6th, API 4th, players 2nd, Heritage 19th, Wells Fargo 3rd.
So he's basically showing up at all of them except the majors.
Yeah, but the regular elevated events, he's been in the top 6 in every single one of them besides 1.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I didn't particularly love him, but you're making a lot of sense here.
He's like the strokes gained total for the season. He's 5th.
Is long irons good?
I believe they are. I mean, he has a scrambling around the greens, the putting.
Yep.
And even who's brought it up to me many times that his off the tee this year has just been really great.
It's pretty nuts. He's like turned into like a great driver of the ball. Like there's no red anywhere this year off the tee with him. And that's like, it's usually like every other week in a normal Hatton season.
There's no red anywhere. And looking at Quail, 5.7 on approach, PGA 3.1 on approach.
Yeah.
Let's see his proximity just to look at that long iron things. Is it more like 200 plus or
175 to 200? He's 44th in the last 24 rounds.
Okay, what about 200 plus?
Hold on. I didn't have it up because I had
Good drives gained. He's great.
Yeah, he's been really good off the tee, which is surprising. So what number did you bet him at?
30.
30. He's 200 plus 66. Not great.
Okay.
You think it's a Hatton course?
I mean, I think it could be. It's like, he's not much different than Rose, is he?
I just worry he doesn't play here ever.
Yeah, but once was 30th.
And you know, when he gets to these courses, if he hates it, he's just fucked.
Yeah, he's done.
But the score is correct for him. I mean, we're probably going to be at what, 12 under?
Yeah.
So
I think Europeans been pretty good overall here.
any of them win it?
Rose, Peterberg,
Feels like a Swede.
the Swede. He's
Lingmerth.
Lingmerth.
Oh, look at KJ Choi won this thing.
Just like
Another
Hideki.
Asian.
Another Japanese too, which is something.
Yeah. All right, I got to think on Hatton.
Okay. I mean, just talking about guys who have been playing good enough to win this year but haven't won yet. He's like,
yeah, he is definitely one of them.
And the winner might be -9, so that's what makes me like him a lot.
The other guys I mentioned there, Sung, Ricky, Fitz. Anything?
You like Ricky?
I mean, yeah, I do. I think he's playing good. He's got great history here. No, I don't like that number. That number sucks.
It's tough.
Right?
I mean, yeah, could you picture him winning it though?
Yeah, probably not.
Me neither, really. But him in contention at Memorial seems like a good time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's what I could picture. You know, him getting a win and meeting Jack on the fucking green. Like, hey, Ricky's back now. He finally got his win.
Me too.
I can definitely picture that. Just getting there, I can't really. It's tough picturing.
He loves the history of the game and shit.
Yeah.
So it seems like he got like API and this thing he really likes. And I think they like it too. They like him too. So I don't know. I do think it is meaningful for him.
He's not. We've been saying he's going to win one of these things like last week, right?
Yeah.
Like a Valero type too.
He's just playing so well, but just not. He's never contended.
No, but last week was his best finish to date.
But he still didn't contend.
I know he didn't.
I'd feel better about the 6th if he was in the final group and struggled on Sunday.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're out. Next range, 40 plus. Burns, Shane Lowry, 45. Connors, 45. Then 3 guys at 50. Tom Kim, Sahith, and Russell Henley.
So I bet Lowry. I mentioned the Wentworth thing, which I like, but also just the ball striking seems to be coming back to where it was when he was playing really, really well. The 45's on DraftKings, but it's 55 everywhere else.
Is it?
Yeah, FanDuel, Caesars, PointsBet, MGM, all the big ones besides DraftKings is 55.
Wow. 55's nice.
Yeah, so I think that's just like more than fair number. Seems like a perfect Lowry course to me. Long iron's really good. Good around the green. Can't putt, but we've seen bad putters win this thing. Hideki, Duffner.
Benny.
Yeah. 5.5 strokes on approach at Oak Hill, 3.7 off the tee, which is finally kind of those numbers that he was when he was playing really well. And then the Wentworth connection, I do think that's something to it. He was 6th here in 2021. So we've seen him do it here too.
Yeah, he plays well in this area. Remember Firestone he won.
Yep.
The only problem with Lowry is I never know if he can make enough putts.
Well, we know he can't most times.
He's got serious issues, serious eye issues.
Yeah.
I can't wait to give my card to my grandfather this week. He's going to be so pissed if I bet Lowry.
Oh, because the putting?
Yeah.
But it's bad until he wins.
Is he going to win? It's been 4 years now.
Well, Wentworth was last year.
But is he going to win a PGA event?
There's no reason he can't.
Yeah, his putter is the reason he can't. But besides the putter, he's a perfect fit for this place.
Yeah, and bad putters have won.
I feel a lot better about a Lowry 50 than a Hatton 30, to be honest with you.
I agree with you that. Yeah.
But I have questions on those two, and I have questions on Vic too. So
Lowry's just Hatton who can't putt.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
This
I think
year.
Lowry's better. I think
Lowry's definitely a better ball striker, but this year they're probably comparable.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely considering him.
So
No,
that
bet him.
you're gonna bet him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in on Vic, Lowry, and Decky.
Vic, Lowry, and Decky. Yes.
And you're unsure on about Hatton.
Correct.
Okay.
But the more I'm thinking about it, I might just join you. Okay.
There's no one else to bet.
I know. This is where it falls off a cliff. Could Tom Kim be good here?
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
Too
I'm just
long?
out on him. Yeah, I'm just out on him.
Yeah.
Not winning
You know
again.
what's funny is like we hit a couple, or I hit 2 Tom Kim tickets. You hit 1.
Yep.
And at no point did I think like he was like the greatest gift in golf. You know, like some of these people, like I just was like, he's Sanjay M.
It's a Kyle Porter effect. It's the Kyle
He-
Porter brain.
He's Sanjay M, except he has nuts.
Yeah. It's
He'll
like if
go win. He'll go win a tournament where Sanjay will just hang out around like 3rd or 4th place for the entire weekend.
Yeah. Sanjay just cashes checks.
Yeah.
But no, it's the prisoner moment thing. It's just like at no point did we ever think we hit a couple Max Homa tickets too. You hit one this year.
Yeah. Yep.
And you weren't running out there saying he's the 3rd best player in the world.
Right.
So it's just the ability to have a functioning brain, I guess, is the big difference.
Yeah. So all right. Corey Connors, Sahith.
I was interested in Connors a little bit. I forgot he won the Texas event. I don't think he's going to win twice this year.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a Connors course though.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Good long irons, just robot fairway guy.
Yep. And Sahith, I mean, the number blows, but if it was 80, I would consider it. I mean, seems, I don't know. Would you finish in the top 10 here once, right?
Yeah. It seems
Guy
like
chips in a lot, man.
he does. I don't trust his driver under pressure.
Dude, he fucking like he's going way right or way left. Like he's fucked.
Especially under pressure. I think if he's in, he's going to spray one. So
yeah.
I know people want to be in the first Sahith one. I love Sahith, okay, but actually love's a strong word. I like him, but yeah, I don't know. He's not for me. If he's 80, yeah, I get it.
Okay. All right. 55. Windy Clark trying to bounce back off that PGA performance. Siwoo 55. Adam Scott 55. Then a big jump to Cooch at 70.
Did you say Sibu was 100?
He's 100 on one side.
100 is ridiculous.
Yeah, right? He's got good history here. But if we bet him, that's 2 Asians on the card.
We'd have to bet Benny on.
Unless you can tell me Hatton definitely has some Asian in him. Yeah, we'd have to bet Benny on. I'm not opposed to betting Benny on here.
He's playing great too. He's 110.
Yeah. Think the Asians just love the milkshakes? That's why they're good here.
They do. They do bring the boys to the yard.
Yeah, you know Benny does.
Yeah. What someone just said something. What does this mean? Hold on. A guy just quote tweeted my Bryson tweet about being good at being from California. And he said, he's from Modesto, my guy.
What's Modesto? Is that where he lives?
Yeah, but does that mean I don't know. I don't know much about Cali culture. Is like people from Modesto not really considered true Californians?
I don't know where Modesto is. Is that like where all the Mexicans come in?
It's in California. I know that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I guess to that guy. Maybe I'm missing something, but
I'm trying to find the Siwoo 100.
what is it? What does it start with?
S.
Okay.
Could have sworn I saw it.
If anyone can figure out that California thing, send a message to me.
All right. So anybody else? Oh, are you gonna bet Scott?
I don't know. I guess. Do you want me to?
Kinda. Come on. He broke your heart here once, didn't he?
Yeah. Was that here?
Thought so.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah, it
Cantlay
was.
beat you with him?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Didn't Cantlay win?
That was when I started to hate him. Just hate Cantlay. I remember that now.
But go look at Adam's numbers.
Yeah, I looked down. They're okay.
Okay for him.
Yeah, he's getting like what 3.5 on approach last start.
Yeah, look at his tee to green numbers. They're coming around. They were bad beginning of the year.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No,
you don't seem impressed.
I don't know. Is he gonna win?
He can win this. I
It
don't
would
think
be
he can
great
win
for
a
me.
major anymore, but I think he can win this.
I think he's just as likely to win a major as he is to win this. But what's he 70?
60. Siwoo 100 right here. You gotta pet this, right?
Yeah. There's got to be a 70 or better out there.
Line change. Went to 99.
Jeez. All right. 100. I mean, can he actually win?
Ooh.
Siwoo?
Yeah, he can win. You don't think so?
I mean, he can, but he wins like once, 3 times every 4 years.
He almost won Valero.
He almost
Whatever.
did, yeah.
Whatever. What's $100 to you?
No, I know. 100 is.
Could have done this with Grillo last week on the pod. Made me
should
think
have.
about it.
Yeah, it was your fault. That's right. Siwoo Kim. Yeah, I guess 100's good. I don't think he's gonna win though. What is Scott 60 there too?
No, 55. Okay. Let's get back into this range. Okay, Scott. You don't want to bet him, or you do?
I don't know. If you do, I will.
Okay, I think he's one guy I'm gonna go after. I think.
Okay. What about Cooch?
No.
Okay.
You like him? Is he even playing well right now?
He's playing well.
Actually?
Yeah, he's good. He's good here.
Oh, he actually ranked out incredible. You would bet Cooch over Scott at the pretty much same price?
No.
He's been pretty shit off the tee, man.
I don't believe that he's the same price.
Okay, 170, 160.
No, but let me see. Cooch is what I'm looking at. There's 90s everywhere. He's 70 on DK, but he's 90 everywhere else.
Okay.
Scott, 55.
Let me tell you something right now. Matt Kuchar's not winning this tournament. Okay.
No.
He's not winning this tournament. Okay. There is a world where Scott could win, but play Kuchar on DraftKings, sure.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I don't think he's gonna win, but I don't mind him.
Keegan, anything there? Keegan, Gary, Mitchell.
Gary has some secret success here.
I feel like it's like every week with Gary.
I know. I'm out on Gary probably forever.
10. Looking at names here. Seamus Power 130.
No.
I can't bet any of these fucks. Like these, this is where it just like.
Dude, Kevin
Ben-
Streelman's rounded into form
Actually, we have to bet Benny Ann now.
just because of the Asian number.
Yeah, we just bet Siwoo. Right?
Well, there are some 2-time winners of this thing, or multiple-time winners.
Yeah.
Benny cannot win this now. Right?
Maybe a actually, he needs a T20.
Yeah, I just think we probably just shouldn't bet him at all.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So we got Vic, 20. We got Hatton, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Decky, 35.
Yeah, 40 most places.
Lowry, 45.
55 most places.
After those four, what does that give you?
A little bit of room.
So, like a little bit of room to bet Scott at 60.
Yep.
And Siwoo at 100.
Yeah, I'd probably go over a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
Because if I bet Siwoo, I'm not going to bet him to win my typical amount because I'm only betting him on that one site. I'm not betting a 60.
Correct. Okay. Well,
Feel
like
good
a
about it.
five and a half man card.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
Jeez, I'm looking at this one site. The numbers are crazy. Crazy bad. I mean, so yeah, I feel good about, especially those four. I feel really good about them. I think it's like a mid-range type of guy this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope so. If not, then whatever.
Who are you going to play up top on DraftKings?
That's a good question. Maybe just Cantlay.
Really? No Rom? Rom loves this place, man.
He does. Yeah, you could definitely. I could play Rom or Cantlay. I think you can just play Scotty every week, and it's like it's never going to be too bad.
I know. Have you played Scotty this year?
No,
Not once. Huh?
not once.
I've played him a couple times.
Have you?
Yeah. I forget which event. Maybe API. I don't know. I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
I always put him in the lineups originally, and then as the week goes by, I'm just like, can't look at this guy's face, and I take him out. So
yeah, I never. I've put him in there too. It's funny, but he never stays long.
No, he's just such. Like I just hate him. I just fucking hate him.
I hate him
like,
too.
He's just boring, and you just suck. Like just go away, dude.
That's the problem. It's like me playing him would force me to want him to succeed, and I just don't.
Yeah.
And I never will. So
it actually is a blessing that he's always 8-1 in these tournaments. We never even have to think about him. Like if he's like 20, then we're like, okay, let's bet Scotty.
The only time I can ever remember betting him was the week before he won.
The week before he won, when he won Phoenix.
Yes. Wait, no, his first ever win.
Wasn't that Phoenix?
I don't think so.
I thought his first win was Phoenix.
Maybe it was. Let me see. So I remember reading back and reading one like of my previews, and it was like he might be the best player to have no wins. Like he's going to win at some point. Which it was his first win.
I'm pretty sure Phoenix was, because he was on that Ryder Cup team, and he hadn't won yet.
So what was the year? What was the event before Phoenix? Farmers. He's had to have won before that.
No, man. Phoenix was his first win.
Wow. Okay. Maybe it was something else then. So he won Phoenix, then he 7th at Genesis and won API. then 55th of players, and won the Masters.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
Ruined golf last spring.
He did. All right. So who's the winner this week?
Hideki Matsuyama.
Okay, cool. I'm into that. That'd be awesome. I'll wear my Hideki shirt.
Yeah, I should have worn it. Next week, Monday.
Yep. Okay, that's a deal.
Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Go Celtics tonight. Not as historic as it should be, because they should never have been down 3-0 to begin with, but still a pretty good feat if they can close it out. Even though they're going to lose to the Nuggets.
Yeah, maybe swept. As Kamala Harris said, enjoy the long weekend.
Peace out.
Peace.
Go Decky.